Hey, welcome to our episode of Chad's Beer Reviews, the first beer review of 2025. And this is a beer that I got not on the Day 4 crate that I just got, but 2 crates back. This has been sitting in the fridge for a while, so I thought it's been sitting there way too long. Let's review it. This one's called Winged Creatures West Coast IPA with like this vampire-looking lady from Wayfinder Beer out of Portland, Oregon. Doesn't really say much about it on the can. Well, it does say a hauntingly refreshing clear beer. Winged Creatures pronounced okay. 6.8 ABV, and it was canned October 4th, which would make it just about 3 months old. So I pour it into the IPA glass, and I mean it looks like a pretty standard, old school. I mean, I would not call it a clear beer, but it's definitely got a bit of a haze to it. I mean, it's definitely not as hazy as a, something from Treehouse or whatever. But yeah, actually, it's much more golden than most IPAs. Usually, they're kind of like have a orange or copper hue to them. So this is probably like, just Pilsner or two row, something like that. Let's give this thing a whiff here. Smells it smells citrusy, but also smells very dank. Has a bit of a cannabis kind of character to it, but at the same time also get kind of like orange juice concentrate. Yeah. Floral. I probably could have looked up like what hops and stuff they use. I mean, if I'm guessing, it's probably Citra, Simcoe, Mosaic. Don't get anything in the way of the base malt or anything, but yeah. Citrusy, dank. I wouldn't really call it tropical. Not off the nose. Maybe it's in the taste. Let's find out. Cheers. First beer of 2025. Wow. That is pretty dank. Wow. That kind of reminds me of like Fiddlehead. That is not what I was expecting, especially because they're calling this West Coast IPA right on the label there. Like when I think West Coast IPA, I think like Stone, Ballast Point, old school by today's standards, those types of West Coast IPAs. Yeah, this one has a oddly peppery, kind of spicy kind of flavor going. Like I noticed it immediately. I mean, it's a common flavor found in like the well, a lot of the hazies have that, but they have it like more in the aftertaste. Like the hazies tend to be like very tropical and juicy up front and then kind of grassy, spicy, dank on the finish. This one's kind of the other way around. Like this one's grassy, spicy, dank, start to finish. Yeah, very dank. I like that. I appreciate beers, that don't just like taste the same as every other beer. So I mean, this one's off to a good start for me. By the way, it's only 6.8 ABV, which is like kind of low by today's standards. This has a lot of flavor for like only 6.8 ABV. It is not juicy or really fruity flavored at all. Like to me, this is like grapefruit peel, almost a little lemony, but it's like the peel or the pith or like a zest, like this very kind of dry, citrusy kind of character. Like almost like a flavor you would get like in sweet tarts or something. A candy that's, kind of tart and dry, like nothing chewy, certainly nothing juicy. It's got a nice body, mouthfeel, all that stuff. I'd probably put it about medium, and it's got a zip to it. Like this is noticeably carbonated, which I think enhances and kind of plays off that dank kind of aroma and flavor. So it kind of like accentuates that bitterness and like the spicy character. So yeah, I'd probably say about medium body but like moderately high carbonation. It might technically be a lager, but I mean I think it has like, to me it doesn't seem like super clean finishing like a lager would. But I mean I could be wrong. But yeah, I really like this one. Nice kind of old school throwback beer. If this was available around me, I probably would buy this pretty often because I think 6.8. This is definitely strong enough to stand up to a meal, and it's not gonna like I could probably have like 2 of these in a row, I wouldn't feel the need to share this. So my score for the Winged Creatures before we get to that, I got to plug Tavor. That's where I got this. If you want to sign up with Tavor, use my code. It gets you $10 off your first purchase. So, you could get this beer for free. I forget how much this was. It's probably $7 or $8. I'll put a picture of it somewhere. All right, so my score after all that for the Winged Creatures. Really like this one. To me, this is at least an 8. I could probably even go 8.5. I think that maybe I will go 8.5. Appreciating the kind of originality to it. Like, it doesn't just taste like every other IPA in the market out there. And it might be a lager for all I know. But yeah, 8.5 for the Winged Creatures West Coast IPA. No, that's their West Coast, not mine. So anyway, I went super long. If you watch all the way in, you're awesome. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you for Tuesday Night Beer School. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review.
Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.